Hello. Hi. It's me. Welcome. I don't have my glasses on. I don't know where my glasses are. I can't see. I've become blind. Was I just ticked something? I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I don't put my headphones on. I don't have audio playing for you guys when we started, but, I figured you'd survive. Oh, good morning. Hello. Yeah, no, I'm starting to. Ooh, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that might have been dangerous. Whatever that just was. Good morning. Hello. I'm getting into the habit of starting stream earlier because next month. This is one of the things I want to talk about today, actually. So thanks for that segue. Next month, starting April. I'm gonna be doing streaming art starting in the mornings, and I'm aiming to start. I shat. I get it. I shit in the bed, so I got out of bed early because I get it. All right, I got there. I got there. I got there. I haven't had this yet. Okay, cut me some slack. Starting in April, I want to go back to doing art streams. That are just chill vibes. Just chill vibes. I'm gonna start those. I'm gonna aim to start them at 9 a.m., but that might be a little bit of a flux. And the only day that they won't happen on is consistently is Fridays. Because Fridays are Dumbfuck Friday. So like even on days where we're doing the tavern, so like on those Saturdays. The tavern, by the way, if you haven't noticed, is every other Saturday, and the microbrew is the off. So there's a microbrew, nothing, full tavern, nothing, microbrew. So that even on those tavern days, unless for whatever reason we've got to do the tavern really early in the morning, which I don't think is gonna happen anytime soon, I'll still be doing art every day, every day. Every day, even, potentially. Have you guys seen that yet? Have you guys been watching the absolute implosion? I can't watch it because cool guys don't look at explosions. I'm kidding, I've been watching, it's really funny. What's the point of blowing something up if you're not gonna watch it explode? Like, I feel like you're missing out, you know what I mean? So I did that, showed how people were just kind of awful, transphobic, bigoted Nazis. And, like a week went by, and they were, like, the 2-3 people that were mentioned in the video were freaking out about it. And then, near the end of that week, one of them was like, I'm a bigoted Nazi now, and I'm like, Did you not watch the video you've been freaking out about for a couple days? Are you just slow on the pickup there? I don't know what I wasn't clear about. If you're talking about the Great Replacement and hashtag black supremacy, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, you're probably a white supremacist and a Nazi. It might be like a new Nazi as opposed to an old Nazi, but to see if the shoe fits. I don't know. Watch it, enjoy it, take notes for the next explosion. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I called them a Nazi bigot, not bigoted and a Nazi, so they clearly got confused. Oh, maybe that might be it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I kind of threw this setup together, by the way, at the last second. so it's probably not going to keep looking like this in here. It does look kind of haphazardly, like just shit placed off of shit. Oh, random guy, good to see you. The Nazi is the there's a couple of Twitter accounts that have been pissy at me for a little while, so I decided that, I mean, they're coming across my feed, and they're clearly trying to be pissy at me. I should look to see, like, what these people are about. And I found transphobia, great replacement rhetoric, anti-vax stuff, chemtrails, um, racism. So I made a video saying that I found this, and I just had a giggle about it. And then me and Manya on Friday, kind of dove into some of those conspiracies or some of the stuff that I had found. Um, because I mean, Manya's an engineer, so like if anybody's gonna be able to talk about the chemtrail stuff, it's gonna be and the vaccination stuff, it's gonna be Manya. So I kind of leaned on her expertise a little bit. Mm. But the funniest thing is like this one account likes to claim everybody's racist, and so like the other account that was espousing the Great Replacement stuff was calling me racist on behalf of this other account. And like they instead of being like looking at each other and being like, "Oh my god, you're a this, you're a this, you're a this," they're doing the Spider-Man pointing meme. But instead of, caring about that, they called me racist because the dude used a shitty microphone. I, I don't know. I don't know. His deal, like you don't think that's a little vain, like a little bit, just a little vain to not care about the racist Nazi shit, even if you like put the conspiracy theory stuff aside, right? Like even if you were to take the chemtrail stuff and you were to take the anti-vax stuff and you were to take that in a little box and be like, you know what, this is one type of bullshittery, but this political bigoted. I mean, even if you took the transphobia out, you still end up with racist Nazis. So, like, instead of caring about the racist Nazis, the person was concerned that they didn't like the clip I used because they used a shitty mic, and apparently that's my fault. I don't know what to tell you. That's what the vaccine's for, RNGD. Yeah, he still sounded better on the mic than he did in his typing. I agree with that. That's true. Did you guys notice, by the way? I didn't actually notice this until after, when I had rewatched the video after I had put it out. He says in the tweet, right? This Black Wolf OG 420, whatever the fuck. This he says, "I'm not a sheep. Nobody tells me what to do." In the tweet, and in the audio where he's talking to Steve, he and Steve talk about how Steve doesn't respond to people. He just sends stuff to Wolf to do it for him. he like the actual words he says is, "I send it to you to deal with." Good morning, Honest Red. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. It's been a while since we did one of these. I didn't even notice when I was editing the video or when I was like grabbing the clips and putting it together. I didn't notice until after the fact, and I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. What are you talking about? Sir, excuse me? I just thought that was like an extra little cherry for people that you can pick it out if you want to. If you pay close enough attention. But then again, I understand what Wolf says now in those video clips because I had to listen to them enough times that I was able to like pick up what he was saying through his like, I don't know. How would you describe that? I mean, part of it is like a little bit of an accent, obviously, like from whatever part of America he's from. Right? So there's that. Everybody's got an accent, right? But there was like this, I don't want to call it like, I don't think he's slurring his words. Maybe slurring is not the right word. It's more like he's just, yeah, his dialect, his like, he like runs words and kind of like mushes them together. It's kind of like like an audible mashed potato. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's very like yeah, his speech pattern. Yeah, his speech pattern has like this thickness to it. A viscosity. I don't know. Okay, great. But I anyway, they've been mad at me for a little while and ugh. It's been amusing to watch. I had fun with it. I'm still having fun with it. It's very unfortunate for them. I'm not too worried. I actually had a couple of people, particularly one account, offer to unprivate themselves because they think I've been getting a lot of hate since I went to court. Inarticulacy, maybe. Oh my god, I think I got another bug bite one. I got a couple of bug bites the other day, and I think I got another one on my leg now. And I swear to God, I woke up at like sometime in the morning, like at 5 a.m., feeling like there was something on my leg. And I guess there fucking was. I looked and I didn't find anything. Now it's itchy. Terrible. Awful. Hate it. Hate. It's that time of year. The mosquitoes and the spiders are coming out. But yeah, I guess people have been concerned that I've been getting a lot of hate and a lot of whatever since court and from this particular crew of people, company, if you will. And I'm fine. I knew what I was getting into from the get-go. When I made my first SWAT video, don't worry about it. Oh boy. Yeah, people like to hunt goblins, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not supposed to let the bed bug. Shit. Shit. Thank you for the resub, Honest Red, by the way. You watch the video, and all you have to say is, I me wolf. I me wolf. That is probably my favorite. That was pretty good. I me wolf. It's right. I me wolf is now up. It lives up there with I don't think you what thinking is. Rube is a good word. Turnip. I like turnip. Turnip's a good one. You absolute gourd. Hi, Vanya. Welcome. What's going on? We're just hanging out chatting. I got a bug bite on my leg and now I'm picking at it, so if you see me futzing around, it's because I got a bug bite on my leg that I just found and I am now obsessed with it. I'm gonna scratch it until my leg falls off. You can't stop me. Thank you so much for the resub. Dang. It's a resubby kind of day. I should get notifications in here. I just threw this together, so there's like no sound. There's no... Nothing's happening. There's nothing. I'm sorry. This is like low effort, low quality production happening right now. We do have extra Bulbasaurs though. Where is he? There you go. Okay. I'm glad we're dealing with facts and not fuckery. Oh my god, I didn't even talk about that. The thing is I just took like a little glimpse in these people's direction and they freaked out. It turns out that Nazis don't like being outed as Nazis. Like, they don't like it when other people say, hey, you're a Nazi. They're like, ah! They didn't say, no, I'm not a Nazi. They just doubled down on that. They were just like, what do you... What was the one tweet? There was one where they didn't double down and be like, yeah, I'm a Nazi, so what? But what they did was they said something along the lines of being like, oh, your issue with me is politics? Or like, oh, the only issue this person has with you is politics? And I'm like, yeah, only issue. Yeah, sure, yes, I have an issue with the politics of Nazis. What is so strange? It's so strange. 13 months of Chesh being monetized, so everyone will be resubbing. It will be 1, 3, 6, or 12-month subscriptions. Oh, interesting. Most modern Nazis are pretty cowardly. They always use euphemism and weird deflections. You see a lot of it in the Groper type camps. Oh, interesting. Oh. Huh. I guess that makes sense. I mean, I'm not very friendly to to Nazis. I'm not very friendly to people that are transphobic. So, like, I did kind of give like a little bop on the head to that John Hamill guy. So, for anybody who doesn't know, John Hamill, me and Manya made did a live stream where we talked about his transphobic rhetoric and his misinformation on a hospital in the UK that had closed down, and he was like misrepresenting what had happened with that hospital. And this was like 6 months ago. And every like 3 to 6 weeks since we made the video, he tries to clip us and go on a rant about it. And so last time he did it, I was busy with court shit, so I was just like, John, could you shut the fuck up for a minute? I'm busy. And so when I got back from court, he tried again. And so, like, in the video I did this time, there's like a little bonk on the head for him because he keeps running around saying dumb shit about transitioning, and that's just not how it works. Particularly this idea that people, like, kids are just transitioning without any, like, care for the kids, and this isn't a decision children can make on their own. And I'm like, yeah, nobody's saying it's a decision anybody should be making on their own. Everybody's saying get health care so these people who need health care have people to talk to and help them through that. What are you talking about? It's very silly. It's very, very silly. Yeah, I'm very mischievous. I'm not friendly to people who aren't friendly. Yeah, oh yeah, kind of, yeah, that's a way to put it. If you don't like being called a Nazi, stop reposting and liking white supremacist posts. Right? Like, stop. Maybe if you don't want to be known as a Nazi, stop being a Nazi. Right? Thank you very much, Bulbasaur. Greatly appreciated. Hi. Read the papers I sent in the Discord. Which ones? The one about the vaccine ones? That one? The one where they were misrepresenting there's been a drastic increase. An agent of chaos, according to that one insane dude who likes Kendall. Oh yeah, I was gonna check on Kendall today. I was gonna kind of do like a catch up because it's been a while and just kind of look at Kendall, see what he's up to. Maybe just address that Jared is deleting his channel again, Jared Genesis. And I'm not gonna show the video because the only video he had up was the one doxing Ben. But for anybody who didn't know, Ben from Drunken Peasants, Jared's been trying to dox him and put his information out there and trying to disseminate it. So that's a thing. I haven't looked at Kendall in ages. So I was thinking about taking a look. Jared being Jared, yeah, basically. But I also have there was a video that came out while I was at court or just before from Megan and Michelle, I think is the name. Try to talk shit. And I was thinking about looking at that one. And then there was another video there was a video that Steve and Megan put out on the Non Sequitur show, and I was thinking about taking a quick boo at that one. No, I wasn't gonna watch all of the streams because it's too much, and like I'm not gonna sit here for 12 hours again and watch their dumb shit. But like just take like a 15 minutes from the beginning, 15 minutes from the middle, 15 minutes from the end maybe, and just see what's there. I have this one I was sent. I have this one from Renelle. This one right here. As you can see, I watched it already. They have this really weird thing where they're like, they admitted they watched my video. It's like, yeah, I don't try to debunk shit I don't watch. That would be bitch made. I watch the shit that I debunk. Or I watch the shit that I'm gonna talk about. I don't always watch it before stream. Sometimes I watch it during the stream, right? Sometimes I watch right? Like I don't always pre-watch everything. But if I'm gonna debunk something and talk shit about it, particularly if I'm not gonna show the whole thing, I usually have watched the whole thing. It's very strange to me to say, oh my god, they watched the thing that they're talking about. Yeah, of course I watched the thing that I'm talking about. What do you not watch the things you're talking about? What a weird dynamic. You took a bunch of magic mushrooms. Congratulations. Nice. Nice. Hi, Al. Good to see you. Welcome. I was thinking about watching the Non Sequitur Show video, but then I also thought that it might not be the greatest idea because there's some stuff that happens in it that I'm just like, I don't know if I want to talk about that. I don't know if I want to, like, put that information anywhere more than where it is. Hey, Generic, good to see you. They're shocked you actually watched the video, right? I don't understand. They name me, sometimes they tag me. Actually, a lot of times they don't. Very rarely do I get tagged by somebody who's trying to criticize me. Most of the time, actually. Most of the time I don't get tagged. Which I think is weird. Usually the reason that I don't tag people that I'm criticizing or talking about, hi Akamoto, is because they have me blocked or like have been very clear that they don't want to have the conversation with me. So that's not necessarily going to stop me from talking about whatever's going on, but if somebody's putting up like a barrier there, I'm not gonna try to breach that. Hi Puck, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? Hi. And a high five? No? Hi. You are very cute. I don't have anything. Oh, yawn. Oh, yawn. It's a sleepy, rainy day. We didn't go on our morning walk because it's raining. So we'll go tonight, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There's a good boy. Second favorite goblin. Who's your favorite goblin? Second, I'm not working hard enough. Oh, whoops. Alright, yeah. Puck needs the attention. Puck gets priority. You want on the bed? Go ahead. You need help? And go on the bed? There you go. Yeah, you're very cute. So Puck's here now. Gotta work for it. God damn. Manya's the favorite goblin, and I'm second favorite to Manya. I guess that's fair. I can accept that. Okay, he's going to sleep. You've been working too much? You have been working a lot. I mean, congratulations, but also, ugh. Okay, do you guys wanna see this? There's like a lot of like small things to just I'm gonna like way overanalyze this, by the way. I'm probably like I'm in the mood where I'm gonna like nitpick the shit out of this. We're probably not gonna watch the whole thing because like a lot of it's just like fucking Katie Joy shit and I don't really care about it. If Katie Joy wants to debunk shit about her, she can do that on her own. I don't care. But this video is just under 20 minutes long, and we're probably gonna watch 10 minutes of it, I think. Maybe a little longer, we'll see. I'm just in a mood. If they think that if anyone watched their garbage, They can't have not been convinced. That's a good point. Because they don't know how to actually make a point. Okay, stop predicting the future, Al, alright? Stop it. That's because what's about to fucking happen. Why is the black blurred out? What is happening? Did I do this? Was this me? Woo! Neat. I can probably actually make it a little bit nicer. Hold on. I don't know how I managed to pull this one off, but it works. KJ organizes her cereal. Right, I know, oh my god. Horrific, truly. Truly awful. What a monster. What kind of monster has uh cravings during pregnancy? I don't know, man. Alright, cool. That works, right? Yeah, no, it's kind of cool. Not on purpose, but kind of cool. I think I just color corrected the entire window instead of just this one over here. This one got color corrected too, so the black's missing. I don't know if it's gonna fuck with how the video looks. It's fucking with it a little bit, but I'm just gonna play it. We'll see. Let me make sure you guys have audio as well. Like I said, I threw this together in like the last minute. I'll improve it as we go, but I do want to spend some time on the Twitch presentation itself. Like I don't have emotes going. Like the emote wall's not going right now. I don't have alerts happening. This chat box could be better. But like trying to get some of it to work with vMix is a big pain in the ass because what you do is you set it up in OBS and then you stream OBS to vMix and then out, right? So it's an interesting kind of dynamic to try to pull off, and it's kind of just been a mini project that I haven't had time for. All right, let's see what this. Okay, what does this say? Patterns of problematic behaviors. All right, vote right now. What behaviors do you think she's going to actually name and then explain? Right, like, so what's the behavior? Is it going to be like narcissistic behaviors and then here's what entails being a narcissist? Do you think it's going to, like, what behaviors do you think are going to be just around selfishness and then here's how it applies? What do you guys think? I could get tech advice from Dapper. He's very good. Yes, I should ask Dapper actually. Dapper's not much of a Twitch user, but I think he'd be able to help me for sure. The hurt without a crystal ball causes people, and she refuses to take accountability. She does not care who you are, and she will take things to the extreme until she is legally stopped. The self-awareness. Oh, I will give Puck is actually right here right now, so he can get a boop. Boop. She's not going to coherently name any behaviors, is your prediction? It's probably a prediction. She will take things to the extreme until she is legally stopped, and then will choose to play the victim card, and then blame what she does on everyone else. Oh. Hello, mirror. My name is Self-Reflection. Do we want to watch the video? Can we just stop here? When she covers stories, she does not seem to vet the story, she just runs with it, or if it is going to negatively affect someone, as long as she gets a story out first. You mean like your emails about potentially, like your C&D emails? Or the filing that Veda did? Those things? Oh, that's awesome. Agamotto, I'm a fan. I like that. Hello, darkness, my old friend. You will not understand the extent of the false reporting she does until you are personally affected by her. Why? Wait, why do you have to be personally affected? Here's the thing: if all of these accounts that do like anti Katie Joy content were effective, right? If they were effective, they then you shouldn't have to experience Katie Joy firsthand. You should be able to easily disseminate a pattern of behavior or problematic behaviors and problems in the reporting and how and why, and you should be able to do so with each story that Katie has done that she's covered that's problematic, and it should be organized by video. And maybe with like an omnibus for like ones that were maybe like a little bit bad but not as bad. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be this like what I'm saying is you're telling people you aren't doing a very good job, and why are you even here? If your thing is to like stop Katie Joy, or your thing is to expose Katie Joy, or your thing is to protect people from Katie Joy, and you're admitting that you have to experience Katie Joy to understand the extent of like how bad she is, what are you accomplishing? If people are going to have to experience it anyway. Like I said, I'm in a mood, so I might be a little bit petty and nitpicky today. You could be more charitable and say, like, yeah, what we pointed out in general, but to understand the extent of it, like how bad it can be, it has to happen to you. And it's like, okay, I mean, I get that, but not everybody's gonna ever do that. It's like that weird thing when people say, like when Amber Heard was running around being like, well, it could happen to you, and it's like, no, it can't, because not everybody is you, right? Like, the average victim is not Amber Heard, you know what I mean? So, like, even if you take Amber Heard at her word, which we don't, but even if we took Amber Heard at her word, and that she was a victim, and she was this, and she was that, yada, 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 right? Blah, blah, blah. Everything she said was true. Not everybody's going to have the opportunity to write about what happened to them as a victim in the Wall Street Journal. Right? Like, that's not happening. Most of us are not celebrities. And so Katie Joy is not going to do to the average YouTube viewer what Katie Joy allegedly does to TMZ show families, right? Like, that's just not, it's not, one of these things is not like the others, one of these things just doesn't belong. It feels like she's describing a religious experience. Yeah, that's a good point. You too could handle multi-million-dollar contracts and fumble them. Right? Right? Brother, man, I don't know. Alright, let's...
Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel.
That's not coming through my headphones. Hold on.
Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing fantastic wherever you are.
I am a strong woman. Everything that's hit me in my life, I've dealt with on my own. Isn't she married? And recently was living with her parents? And has kids? Didn't they have a support group for, like, anti-Katie Joy stuff, and, like, a support group for being harassed by individuals? Wasn't... I've cried myself to sleep, picked myself back up, and wiped my tears. I have grown from things that were meant to break me. I get stronger by the day and have God to thank for that. So then you didn't do it by yourself. Jesus was there, carrying you with his footsteps on the sand. Jesus was there, carrying himself and his 3 legs. For anybody who hasn't seen that picture. I'm sorry, I'm being a little bit petty. I'm being a little bit petty today. Just a little bit. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood. I woke up this way. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Okay, so we're back to another God-fearing individual. Probably a Christian. I don't know which denomination. I also don't care. But, you know, pin that. That's good.
You are in the world. We're not around much. Let's say life happens and things just get dropped on your lap. And
that's not even true. One of the things that Renelle went on about before she got her cease and desist was that she was going to be silenced. But, like, 3 days ago, 11 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 1 month ago. Like, she's been making content. Like, nobody's been stopping her from making content. And that doesn't even include, like, she hasn't done any live streams. I saw her in side chats not too long ago as well, so, I mean, you know.
You think to yourself, why me?
Why
me? What has been
me?
going on with me for a few weeks. Let's start with the story time, but before that, my usual disclaimer. Please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. So,
okay. I've already talked about how that disclaimer is completely meaningless and does nothing. Turn on. No, why are you not turning on? Oh, no. I have like a little eating tray and it's not turning on. Hold on. Maybe that's what I kicked earlier. Sorry, Buck. Oop. You're a good stinky. Mwah. Alright, there we go. I fixed it. I was like, why is my tea not getting warmer? Wasn't turning on. There we go. I'm being canceled. See how many streams I've chosen not to do yet, right? So, here's the thing, right? I'm not going to go into, again, why this disclaimer is problematic and why it doesn't mean anything and why it's basically just tried. It's supposed to be like a cop-out from taking any responsibility for putting out any misinformation. Or for not even, like, showing what you're going to say. But part of the one thing I do want to mention is that one of the reasons why it is problematic that I didn't talk about last time is that Renelle has a bad habit of not showing what she's talking about. So you just kind of have to take her word for it. So her whole channel is kind of like, trust me, bro. Like, once in a while she'll have something up there that you could go and verify, but she doesn't exactly, like, provide easy access to even attempt to verify what she's saying in the first place. And because what she's saying is so malformed or incomplete, it's a little bit difficult. So let's just put a pin in that one too. So we got a pin in God over here. Why me? God is testing you, obviously. What are you even questioning this for? But, you know, good God-loving individual. God, we've got, don't take anything I say as fact. Do your own research. Do your own, I want to sit on this do your own research thing, because I want to see how many things that she talks about in this video that we can actually even do research on, right? Because I feel like this is not the technical word research. I feel like this is a colloquial, go look it up on Twitter. You know what I mean?
If you've been living under a rock, I am involved in a legal situation, which I cannot speak about. Wait, let me rephrase that. You
guys think she's gonna speak on it? You guys think she's gonna speak on the legal situation she's not supposed to be talking about?
Which I cannot speak about. Wait, let me rephrase that. I was implicated in a situation that I had no involvement in and was implicated by two internet trolls named Chesh and Manya. And then things started sprawling with other creators accusing me of stuff that is absolutely false. And as
I don't know what other creators she's talking about. So I guess we can't do our own research on that, sadly. But yeah, apparently she is of the mindset that we implicated her. It's the shoot the messenger. It's the, hey, you made a video about this and said you were friends with these people and interacted and engaged in this. They implicated me. What does this description say again? She will take things to the extreme until she is legally stopped and then will choose to play the victim card, then blame what she does on everyone else. But I'm gonna go with this other spiraling out of control or spiraling and people accusing her of stuff that's false and not true. In the we can't look at it, we can't do research on that category because there's nothing provided here for us to look at. So
as of lately, I see that this troll named Cheshire is going on
That's
to
me.
3 others on Twitter. And what
3 others on Twitter.
It's
3 others on
social
Twitter.
media is a thing that you have a choice to engage or just let things be, because we live in a world where not everyone is on the same page and we all have
What 3 people have I been going after on Twitter?
different beliefs and different
See if she
opinions.
answers.
So because of what these people believe in,
I like that she uses this. Hold on 1 second. Wait. I still have this bottle. It's very good. You should try it sometime. It's called Amaretto. It's an almond liqueur. It's very good. That's funny. Oh god. Oh yeah, only 3 people. I'm going after 3 people on Twitter. Is it Andrew Tate? Is one of them Andrew Tate? Because I mean, I take pot shots at him every so often. Is it people who think Aerith and Cloud are a real couple in the canon? Because I take pot shots at them too sometimes. Is it what? Are you lying to me, Hawkskull? Oh, you know what? It does only technically say... You know what? Okay. It only says that it's roasted flavors of almond, not that it's actually almond. And it says that the ingredients are water, sugars, alcohol, natural and artificial flavors, and caramel. It does not say nut-free on it, though. But that might be like a matter of their very specific rules for saying nut-free in Canada. You caught me. I appreciate the correction. I thought it was almond the whole time. And here I was, just being fucking wrong, out in the world. On the internet. Tater tot is such an easy target, right? Ah, I'm stuck. I take your word for it regarding Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Don't get me started on Kingdom Hearts, alright? But here's the thing. Here's what I like, kind of like the way that my hair looks, because it's like that part of the hair that's showing the background. That's pretty funny. here's the thing, right? If you have to try to pretend that I'm an alcoholic to make your point, because that's what's happening here, right? She's trying to present me as like somebody who drinks a lot of alcohol all the time. She might not be wrong about that. I don't think I drink that much, but particularly as somebody who used to drink a lot, and I've been pretty open about that. Like I used to drink like an unhealthy amount, particularly in my early 20s. Um, I if I wasn't an alcoholic, it's only because I was able to stop so easily. It's only because I stopped drinking as much when I stopped being able to afford it. Like that's the dividing line there, right? Yeah, who didn't drink a lot in their 20s, right? So and yeah, Feline makes a good point. It's okay for any of them to be out drinking, but it's not okay for me, right? Because she's trying to present me in such a way, right? It's like in Erin's stream from a little while ago when I talked about when I looked at all of Renelle's videos about getting served and stuff. They talked about how much of an alcoholic I was. I didn't drink in that stream. Actually, I'm pretty sure I complained that this particular bottle was empty at the time. Surprise, surprise. I haven't bought a new one. If I bought a new one, I would have brought it out and been like, hey, look, I got a new one. The point is that it's a matter of attempting to present me dishonestly to her audience, right? It's lazy, and I'm not particularly concerned with Renelle's audience, to be honest. I'm not too worried. They can do them. I'm not really worried about it. I know plenty of alcoholics. You know, I'd buy you a drink if you wanted. You were not an alcoholic in my opinion. I don't think I'm an alcoholic. Was I at one point? I was probably riding that line. But I don't think so. But I don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less either. I drink less than I used to. I drink once in a while though, and I think that's fine. She's just trying to shame me, or she's just trying to present me in some misrepresent me in some kind of inaccurate light. That's why she uses this clip, or why she uses this picture. It's lazy. It's petty. It's pathetic. It is very petty. It's immature, actually, is probably what it is. Yeah, I'm not. That's not gonna. Doesn't mean anything to me, but
different beliefs and differing opinions. So because of what these people believe in or what they support, that's their own business. And if you don't agree with it, let it be. Yet, Shisha feels that she needs to make videos and call them out because of what they repost or even how many times they have tweeted. It's not...
Oh, so it went from I've been going after people on Twitter to I've made videos. Okay, so now we know who she's talking about, right? She's talking about Katie is a Liar, Maya Nova, and Black Wolf, who I made a video on recently. So apparently, Renelle thinks that, you know, everybody should just let everybody be. Nazis. You just think that Nazis is just a difference in belief. Racism, just a difference of belief. January 6th, difference of belief. And I should just not talk about the things that is kind of actually just what my channel talks about regularly. I regularly talk about philosophy and politics and debates and social media behaviors and problematic and sometimes good situations. So I guess my channel should just stop existing. Which, I mean, she'd probably be fine with that. I think that'd be something she'd probably be happy about. But I don't care. But why are you... Why does Renelle think it's a good idea to align with being a Nazi sympathizer? Transphobe sympathizer. I was talking about transphobia. Like I said, even if you take, like, the chemtrail out, the chemtrail stuff was really funny. Like, that, I thought that was funny. I was just like, that's funny. It's very, very silly. But like the transphobia is serious, the racism is serious, the Great Replacement Nazi stuff is serious. Like that's all serious shit. That's not a difference of opinion. That's we want this other group of people to stop it. That's some. I saw pro-Israel shit the other day, pro-genocide shit from these accounts the other day, like yesterday or the day before, right? So like Renelle, your difference of opinion and me going after people is actually me talking about their politics and ideas that they're pushing. I'm not attacking them as people. I'm not calling them an alcoholic. I'm not calling them a bad person or like a bad mom or saying that they failed their son. I'm not doing any of that. I'm saying Nazis bad, okay? These people are Nazis, okay? I don't know why I don't know why she thinks that it's a point against me to say you should just let Nazis have their opinion and just, they're not bothering anybody. Transphobes aren't bothering anybody. Like, why you gotta go after people like that? Like, bitch, are you serious? For a group of people who regularly attack people's like they tried to go after my mom. They tried to go after my dog. they try to present me dishonestly as somebody who drinks all the time. They go after like the way I look. If I had a kid, they'd probably go after my parenting. They do it with everybody else. Right? Like I find it very like what's the word I'm looking for? Stupid, very stupid. When you're doing the thing you're complaining about, but claiming I'm the one doing it when what I was talking about was policies and politics and people's ideas, not them as individuals. Although I would probably go out of my way and say, if you're Nazi, you're a bad person. It might mean you might be a good parent. I don't know. But you're not a good person. I will absolutely 100% discriminate against Nazis. Absolutely. Because that's a choice. You're not just, it's not like oops, I was born a Nazi. Yeah. No. No. These are decisions and thought processes that people go through and like align both in it from a moral standpoint, but also like a standard and principle standpoint about how other people in the world are treated and how they should be treated and how the world should function. And I will absolutely discriminate against Nazis. 100%. I don't. No. No. And as much as my doors have been open for conversation for like any of these people since I've made that SWAT video, any of these people have been more than welcome to contact me to have a conversation. I've had that option the entire time. The only time I think I was like, I have to be very not about this is like particularly the people who are in court and have ongoing proceedings right now. And that's just for the length of time that that's going on. But quite frankly, I think I probably have to put, and you guys let me know what you think. Do you think Nazi sympathizing that Renelle's doing right here should be a cutoff for the general invitation I have of if I talk about you, you can come and talk to me. I feel like Nazi sympathizing, racist sympathizing, transphobe sympathizing, white supremacy sympathizing, let alone the vaccine shit. Ugh. You can't describe somebody saying, "Hey, you're a Nazi," and then say, "Well, just leave them alone. It's just a difference of opinion." What do you mean? Is it my opinion that they're a Nazi, or am I wrong? Because that's not an opinion thing. Because if I'm wrong about them being a Nazi, then maybe they shouldn't be retweeting fucking Great Replacement shit and propaganda. I feel like if you're a Nazi, you're also like, if you're an American, you're also a traitor to your country. I feel like if you're a Nazi, you're a straight up traitor to like the founding principles of America and the like the Constitution. Like I feel like if you're a Nazi in America, you're a traitor to America. Like I feel like you can't really, from my understanding of like American culture and like American principles and like rights and freedoms for everybody, you can't be that and a Nazi at the same time. In fact, as a Nazi, you're against those American principles. I feel like maybe fuck you. uh if I could get anything out of the situation, yeah, I think that's fair. I just feel like somebody who's a Nazi sympathizer is a pretty solid, like, I think that's a pretty solid cutoff, like, because I don't let Nazis come on my channel. I don't allow that. If somebody is a Nazi and and they want to have like a debate or something, even if it's not related to their Nazism, they're not welcome. That's a straight up hard rule that I have no Nazis. Straight up hard rule. So I'm like, this is like I'm deciding like where that line is if they're like a Nazi sympathizer, because like clearly Renelle has to have looked at the tweets, and clearly she has to have watched the video. Otherwise, she would be bitch made and would be trying to debunk something she hasn't watched, and it would be really, really embarrassing if she didn't watch any of that stuff and called Nazis just a difference of opinion. That'd be really embarrassing. Don't you think? I think I would be embarrassed if that were me. Yes. Bitch made. That would be really awkward. I feel like that would be a very direct question. Hey, Renelle, why are you sympathizing with Nazis? And that's the thing, I wouldn't have called Wolf a Nazi before this, but now I think he's a Nazi sympathizer because he's out here supporting the Nazi that I called out. And same with Maya. I would say, yeah, Maya's probably a traitor for, sucking Putin's dick. But I'm not gonna say that she was a Nazi, but now I think that they're at least Nazi sympathizers, if not Nazis directly. Right? Because you can be a racist and not be a Nazi. Maya's definitely a racist. So, he's a Nazi sympathizer with a bad microphone. Yeah, that's the worst part about him, right? The shitty microphone. Hey, welcome. Hi. Anyway, I would call this Nazi sympathizing at the very least. At minimum. I don't know why they think this is a point against me. But like I said, I was gonna nitpick the shit out of this. Let's put this back a little bit.
Supports. That's their own business.
What people support is their own business. When they publicly support it and it's a political policy, it is not their and they're espousing this political policy, pushing for political change. That is not their own business, Renelle. That is everybody's business. What are you talking about?
Everyone is on the same page, and we all have different beliefs and differing opinions. So because of what these people believe in or what they support, that's Nazis. Their own business. And if you don't
genocide,
believe it, let it be. Yet, Chesh feels that she needs to make videos and call them out because of what they repost or even how many times they have tweeted. It's not that deep.
Yeah, that was for funsies, by the way. Looking at Wolf's amount of tweets was because he was lying. It's not a matter of a difference of opinion or his personal beliefs. He said that he wasn't tweeting this much, and then I showed that he was tweeting this much. It's called that's how you debunk somebody. That's how you show somebody's lying, by the way. Actually, speaking of which, let's do something fun. Let's take a look, right? Let's take a look. what is it? OG1 Black. No, Wolf 420. There he is. Cool. Let's take a look. So when my video came out, he was at 33.6K tweets. And now he is at 35K tweets. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Let me zoom in. See that? 35. 35,000. He went from 33.6 thousand to 35,000. This dude tweets a lot. Is all I'm saying. So for somebody who says that they don't tweet very much and wants to shit on people for tweeting so much and wants to lie directly to people's faces. Ta-da! Boy. Very silly. Very, very, very silly. Oh, hey. Yes. On Twitch right now. Somebody asked me what I was doing today and asked if I was offending people by using the word nutsy again. And I said yes, but on Twitch this time. That's how you show somebody's lying. I don't get it. Like, for a channel that's supposed to have, like, been built off of exposing somebody, you would think they would know how to expose somebody and what it looks like. On, like, a lie. Right? You would think. I just think that people should engage Nazis on some level. Oh yeah, I think mocking Nazis is a good way to engage with Nazis. Like, I think that there's levels and there's ways to do it. It's just a rule that I have for my channel personally. I'm not saying that nobody should ever have a Nazi on ever. It's just if you're gonna do it, it needs to be done in a very, very specific way, and it needs to be done with like a specific level of knowing what the fuck you're doing. Could I have a Nazi on and have a conversation with them? Yes. Do I think it's a good idea or appropriate for me and my channel? No, not really. So, like, there's ways to do it. It's just not for me. Not interested. Chesh, he corrected you by pointing out that tweeting a thumbs up or a laughing emoji counts towards your tweet count, so it's not a real tweet. What? He wants to debate the semantic of what counts as a real tweet. Does it have a link on Twitter? It's a real tweet. What do you mean? It's just because you put more or less work or time or energy into the tweet doesn't... there's no bar like that. What are you talking about? Oh my god. I'm very offensive, yes. Very offensive. Anyway... I agree, it's not that. Oh yeah, there's no such thing as a tweet. It's an X now. He's got... Wolf has 35,000 X's. He's X'd 35,000 times.
And petty, if you ask me.
Petty?
And to those that she called out, which is...
Petty? As that's the picture she's using. Girl. Come on. It's petty to call out Nazis, guys. It's petty to call out transphobia. It's petty to talk about the benefits and the arguments against people getting vaccinated. It's petty that you talk about people dying and genocide. It's petty to talk about Israel and Palestine. Petty. Yes. Oof. I don't know if is that really the road you want to take? She thinks that it's petty to call out people for being Nazis. To speak against Nazis. She thinks it's petty to talk about conspiracy theorists and call out conspiracies. She thinks it's petty to call out somebody straight up lying on a stream. Yeah. Renelle, did you watch the video? Or was it too complicated for you? Do I need to define the Great Replacement? Do you not know what that is? Do I need to define how it's a political and a racist policy pushing, like political policy pushing conspiracy theory? Hey, welcome back. Renelle is saying that it's petty to call out lying and conspiracy theorists. I mean, I'd really hate for her to take a look at what the Non Sequitur show used to be about. And all the flat earth shit. She's calling me petty while using this picture. This screen grab, I should say. No, you didn't miss anything. Don't organize tea or alcohol or cereal. It's obvious a sign of great darkness from beyond. Ooh.
Many times they have tweeted. It's not that deep and petty, if you ask me. And to those that she called out, which is Katie is a liar, Maya Nova, and Black Wolf, please don't waste your time and engage with this person. She's just a desperate, lonely soul. I've sat back and watched her lie about me and others, totally mislead people. She shamed me, questioned my trauma, and made me out to be some kind of evil villain. And all...
Renelle, if you're gonna make these kinds of claims, you need to show it. You need... I don't know how to make this more clear. If you want to expose somebody, and you want to debunk somebody, you want to say that something that somebody said was a lie, you have to show the thing they said. And if you can't do that, then you're just, trust me, bro. And, like, that's not gonna work. How can she show it makes her look bad? Oh, yeah, it's because none of those things are true. Right? Obviously. I mean, I'm more than happy to go through and debunk and talk about it if she presents anything. The one that catches me is, like, what did she say? She questioned my trauma. I mean, no. I asked why you were comparing your trauma to getting criticized on the internet. That's what I questioned, not whether or not a thing happened to you. Although, to be honest, at this point, with how much of a dishonest piece of shit I think she is, and a Nazi sympathizer, I don't think Renelle is beyond lying to get sympathy from people, and I don't think Renelle is beyond being dishonest or inventing victimhood to get people's attention, or whatever the fuck. Because that's clearly happening here. Does that mean she lied about her prior past traumas? No, not necessarily. I don't think so, at least. Welcome! Thank you. Thank you for the Prime sub. Greatly appreciated. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think Renelle is willing to lie for drama? Lie for clicks or views, or lie for sympathy, or to convince people to agree with her? I think so. But that's just, like, my opinion, man. I'm also curious to know what, like, I lied about her about, because I watched her whole video, or all of her videos, so I want to know which part is the lie. I'd be curious to know. Yeah, you guys think so? Yes, you think that's what she's doing here? Yeah, I think so too. Um, that says nothing about her prior trauma, though. Also, side note, if it's just a difference of opinion, why is what I did not okay, but what she's doing here okay? Like, if it's just a difference of opinion and I'm just looking for attention and these people shouldn't feed me, why are you doing... Is this a do as I say, not as I do type scenario? Is that what we're doing here?
Tension, because that is the only time she seems to have gotten so much engagement with or attention. But what I have realized during this period...
That's how she seemed... No, I get attention from Puck. You take one look at my channel. Just take one look. Please adopt a goblin. Please consider adopting a goblin. Right here. Hold on. Right here we go. Please consider adopting a goblin. Please feed me. Please feed goblin. Adopt me. I beg of you. Feed me, please. I'm so hungry. Such a starving artist. Yes, I need to respect my elders, of course. I like that. Alright, but what was I saying? Oh, right, I'm just doing this for attention, and the only thing that it's the only time I ever get any attention from my channel, right? So let's why don't we take a look? Why don't we take a quick look? Shh, Manya, shh. It's okay. Let's take a look at my channel, right? And it's... Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this really bad. I need to fix that. Hold on. What? How did I manage this? How did I fuck this up? There we go. Alright. Now that we've fixed this. If you look at my channel, you can go to videos, right? And you can go to popular. My most popular video is Shadversity. And AI art with Jazza, which also had Shadversity in it. So no. And then Katie Joy, and then Vic Manana. So no. This one's a Crafty Keela video. This isn't even a Katie Joy one. This one's Crafty Keela. If I go to shorts, 10K, 9, 3, 8, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 10, 5, 2, 9, 8, 5, 11K, 14K. Aaron got me 200. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I can search these by popular too. Look, 14K, 14K, 11K, 10K. Huh? Let's go live streams. This is my most popular live stream. Oh, the breakup with Non Sequitur Show. Yeah, no surprise there. Matt Dillahunty, Jimmy Snow, when Jimmy Snow was going through his whole fucking shit. Non Sequitur Show stuff. Amber Heard. It's not until down here that we get, and then it's like BDSM stuff. Like, it's not Katie Joy. It's not The Company. This is not what... Renelle! Stop it! You're embarrassing yourself! And this is the problem. She doesn't show it on stream or on screen. These are edited videos. She clearly could get a screenshot and edit it. Right? And like put it on. But she doesn't, because it's almost like the information that you would get from a tertiary glance would fly in the face of let's see, what's the phrasing they like to use? They don't show the information because it would go against their narrative and their preconceived idea of what they're trying to paint things as. Not everyone loves this company as much as we love the company. The company. The company. I did a mini series that I recorded in one night. One night! That's all it took. The video, actually, now that I think about it, the video where I talked about all of Renelle's bullshit isn't even on YouTube. Like, I didn't even move it over because just didn't care that much. Counterintuitive to the framing. Ugh. Imagine that. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. It's again, we're back to the trust me, bro. So where did I lie about you? Show me. And if it's just a difference of opinion or a difference of personal belief, then it's not that deep. Why you here, bitch?
Period is that karma is real. I never believed in karma, but man, do I now. These past few weeks, I have been angry, frustrated. I've loathed in self-pity and felt so...
You believe in karma now because there are people that you don't agree with, that you want bad things to happen to, because you believe that that people are doing bad things. But at the beginning of this video said that a bunch of bad stuff was happening to you, and you were like, why me? And now you're describing how bad how you felt recently. How do you know that that's not karma coming for you? By that logic, is that not, in fact, karma coming for you? No? And that's there, yeah, I mean, there's a difference between consequences and karma, I guess. Right? But... So she's wishing bad things on people, obviously. Bye, Puck. You don't have to stop. Go on. Go do whatever you're doing. Why are you looking at me like that? Little weirdo. And so she's obviously wishing ill on people, right? She believes she's been wronged, and she didn't believe in karma before, but now she does because she has people in her life that she wants bad things to happen to, right? Simple as that. And that's fine. Like, I don't really... Fine. I don't... I'm not gonna thought crime her. I think that there might be a potential problem. Like, again, if I was being nitpicky, if I was in a mood, I might say that when you say you want bad things to happen to people that you're not responsible for, to an audience, that could incentivize the audience to do something about that person for you. It doesn't have to be anything like terribly extreme, like, you know, having a pizza delivered to your house or getting swatted. But it is the type of language that can incite, that can incite, like, harassment, for example. And saying, like, please don't harass anybody at the end of the video doesn't actually do anything practically. Or at the beginning of the video, it doesn't practically do anything because you've emotionally riled your audience up, and they're not gonna, that you've already set them up and set them winding, and they're already gone. So it's not really, not how that works. But I digress. What was on the pizza?
Believed in karma, but man, do I now. These past few weeks,
then what was happening to you?
Frustrated.
Man, I believe in karma. That means that what you're going through now is karma for the things you've done, by your logic.
I've loathed in self-pity and felt so embarrassed by the situation.
Good, you should be
facing. And I took time and went through all the motions. And you know what? Enough was enough. People like Chesh, Manya, Katie Joy, Kathy P, and nonsense on the web are disgusting, low-life individuals that have no lives, and they will do and say whatever they need to get attention. During this time, I've endured a lot of hatred, harassment.
You mean like
shame.
like bringing up their past trauma? You mean like showing legal documentation that maybe you shouldn't be showing? You mean like that kind of stuff? Enough is enough, so stop. Yeah, right. That would be like an idea, right? She's actually goes on later to complain that we hadn't been talking about her, but we'll get to that. But you'll notice, remember we put that pin in, go do your own research? Where? You said, like, she claims that I said all this stuff about her, but then doesn't say where or when, or what I even said. Presents nothing, so how is anybody going to go do their own research? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're posting on YouTube, yeah, you're looking for attention. In some capacity. I don't make videos so nobody will see them. That's very stupid. That would be very silly. So yes, I would like my videos to get out there, and I have different priorities of different videos that I would like to see do better than others. I was very, very excited and very much wanted people to pay attention to the debate hub from last night because I was very excited for that stream. So yes, I want attention for that stream. That'd be great. That'd be wonderful. And yes, I do like making people aware of Nazis when there's Nazis, because usually the appropriate response to Nazis is fuck off. Watching you decide to sympathize with them and defend them, that's a you thing. But it's very silly to me to be on YouTube and be like, oh, they just want attention. What are you doing? What are you talking about? I provided links to her videos in the description and timestamps in my video about her dishonest behavior from Mania. Yeah, I provided links and timestamps and showed the thing I was talking about. Just like right now, I'm showing you what I'm talking about, right? I showed you Wolf's Twitter. I told you which video I was talking about, right? And I am referencing things like this, like the retweeting the Great Replacement without showing it. But I've told you where you can go find it if you don't believe me. If you think I'm taking it out of context, you're more than welcome to watch the video. I did not, however, link to the Nazi propaganda in my description. I draw a line there. Research the back of this placemat from a diner. You'll get more information from it than Renelle's video. Right? So now we're talking about Katie nonsense and Kathy P getting tossed into this mix here. Where has Katie talked about Renelle? I don't know. I don't watch Katie Joy. I did talk about doing a thing and watching her. I just decided not to. I was just like, I'm too busy. I've seen Kathy P in the past, but I don't know what you're referring to. I haven't seen Nonsense talking about any of this in a while, so don't know what she's talking about. I also haven't talked about Renelle in a few months either. I know Manya did a video not too long ago about some stuff, but she hasn't linked anything. A lot of hatred, harassment. Go on.
They have no lives, and they will do and say whatever they need to get attention. In this time, I've endured a lot of hatred, harassment, shame, and lied on. And where are all these people now? They have.
Where? Where have you been lied on? Where have you been shamed? Where, like, I mean, if you feel shame, I mean, fine. Maybe you should. That's up to you. But you're not showing anything. Yeah, I can't believe that there's a goblin talking shit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Get attention. In this time, I've endured a lot of hatred, harassment, shame, and lied on. And where are all these people now? They have just moved on to their next targets. They've accomplished in this situation what they felt they needed to accomplish. and they have totally moved on as if nothing has happened. But what I
Yeah, we talked about what we thought was problematic and then moved on. We You're saying you're enduring harassment but then and claiming we're the ones lying and harassing you, but then claim that we moved on. Renelle, you're doing the thing. And I mean, you guys recognize this. I don't need to explain that she made this video so she could get attention from me, from Manya, from Nonsense, from Kathy P, from Katie Joy. Like, she wants the response that I'm giving. And that was a conscious choice. I made the decision to do this. and to decide to be like, yeah, okay, you want that? Fine. She's actually complaining. All that's needed is a reminder of how mind-melting it was when during the Katie Joy marathon she said, I don't make drama videos, and everyone died. This feels like Batman going through a dry spell. Remember when I caught the penguin? Except she's more like a calendar man acting as if he's Batman saying that he caught people. She feels no shame at all because all I'm hearing is everyone's fault, not hers. I'm not hearing an apology. She's saying she crammed full of shit. What she's crammed full of shit without saying she's crammed full of shit. Oh, yeah. I mean, so she wants to say that everybody else is doing whatever they want for attention, and then comes out with a video complaining that people are not making videos talking about her, which is her wanting attention because she's claiming these people have done things to her and she's received harassment over them. But if nobody's making video, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And in this video you decided to sympathize with Nazis? What? You're doing the thing. It's you. You're doing the thing. It baffles me that people, like, everyone and their mother came to me to be like, oh, Renelle is such a fucking nice person. Renelle's so great. How could you say something bad about Renelle? I don't know. Why is this person that's so great sympathizing with the Nazis? Why is this person that's so great and supposed to be such a nice person making all these claims without showing what the fuck she's talking about? Dishonestly, in fact, as I have just shown. This is pathetic. Go on.
I can tell you is that this has opened my eyes. It has taught me so much more about the internet and the vile people that exist on the internet. And it is how you handle yourself that truly matters, because evil will never prevail. And in my case, it's not.
You're sympathizing with Nazis. Evil will never prevail, guys. That's why we should all just be, it's just a matter of opinion and we should just not talk about it. What? The absolute, like, how does evil not prevail? Is it by people being like, oh, I'm just gonna mind my own business and keep my head in the sand and not pay attention to the goose stepping going past? Like, what? Did she ask ChatGPT to write this? It is very generic, yes, but the internet is not a good place. What did you expect? Oh, she started her channel talking about Katie Joy and how, like, bad Katie Joy is, right? Like, I don't mean, like, the inception of her channel. I mean, like, that's what her channel is about. So she has to know that there are dishonest people on the internet. Like, she has to know that it's very naive and foolish to have thought otherwise. The internet is the planet in one place. It is me, I'm the bad guy. And I mean, here's the thing, and this is something that I think needs to be made clear. I've talked about this in the past, but I'll talk about it again. I don't want Nazis to like me. I don't want transphobes to like me. I don't want conspiracy theorists to like me. Most of the time. Sometimes I do. Depends on the conspiracy. I don't want Trumpers to like me. I don't want insurrection, like January 6th insurrectionists to like me. I don't want anti-vaxxers to like me. Because why would I want them to like me? I'm not interested in getting in bed with pro-Israel people. I'm not interested in I don't value pro-genocide as a position. I think that makes you a bad person. So I'm also not too keen on people who tacitly support or are complicit or circumvent their normal standards or principles to allow Nazis in their space to boost their numbers for attention, to make some other fucking stupid idiot internet point. Like, that is the definition of getting in bed. Shameless enabling, yeah. Do you not have you not looked at the Twitter feeds of any of the people you're defending here? I Or you just feel like you need to defend them because it's me that made the video? Is that why? Yeah, maybe she just values taking pot shots more than someone who supports a Nazi or is a Nazi, which that is shocking, right? That's not normal. That's not that's not reasonable behavior. That's not what a nice or a kind person does, like she espouses. She is This is, again, remember that pin we put up here? The God pin? This pin of God? Which God are you following that's like, yeah, Nazis are great? Was it the same God the Nazis were following? That one? Yeah, no, you don't. You don't support Nazis because they don't like the same individual you do. You don't get in bed for something. That's not a bridge you cross. That's not worth it. That's crazy. That's, why would you do that? Unless you agree with them from the get-go and you're just trying to hide that you agree with them. Did you agree with them the whole time? Are you playing that neutral card? You did call it just an opinion after all, and that it's none of my business. It's none of my business what political what's happening in the political sphere, right? It's not like I'm part of the world and have a channel that talks about politics. It, it's almost like these three accounts that I talked about in that video don't matter. Like, I didn't talk about like the case when it came to these three accounts. I didn't talk like the court case that Renelle mentioned. I didn't talk about that. I didn't talk about the swatting. I didn't talk about their involvement with the company outside of a tertiary mention with the "we love the company," and part of that was fun editing, and it was a joke, but also, yeah, they're part of your group, and it's nice of you to acknowledge that they're part of your group. But I mean, that was a tertiary point. It didn't matter. And the only reason I know about these accounts is because they were taking pot shots at me on Twitter because I was a witness. Because I said Steve wasn't swatted. Steve wasn't swatted, by the way. You know what I did when somebody in my side chat corrected me about the amaretto? I looked at it and went, oh, you know what? I was wrong. I've been wrong for years. Fuck. Fuck me, I guess. I've just been out here being wrong. And then I moved on. Because I learned a thing. Yay! You don't have to double down on everything. You don't have to do this, right? Like, I wouldn't know about these accounts if they weren't on Twitter trying to lie about me on behalf of this other group of people. And the reason I know it's on behalf of this other group of people is because they said so. If they said that they were. They were like, Maya said, I've seen what's happened to these people, and so I'm gonna speak up about it. So that's in defense of those people, right? Katie is a liar straight up said that they were speaking because somebody else couldn't. And in the video I showed, Wolf said and Steve said they were collaborating. So he wasn't, like, Steve wasn't going to respond to it, and he would just give it to Wolf to deal with. So they made it very clear that I got direct tweets from Wolf when I first started talking about swatting. I got direct tweets from him saying, Steve told me to give you this. So I wouldn't even know that these people were racist, Nazi, bigoted, transphobic, like, anti-vax, chemtrail conspiracy theorists if you guys didn't send them to me. Oh yeah, nonsense's picture here. It's just Renelle being petty. Just Renelle being petty. Renelle didn't make a video response to Manya's video, and she didn't make a video response to my video either, right? Because I did that goofy, like, I put together all of her swearing because everybody's like, oh, Renelle's so nice. Renelle's such a nice person. I don't treat people like that. Fuck shit, ass, fuck shit. It's because, like, you know, I use bad language. Oh no. But, like, she's not going to address that. Why would she do that? She's not going to have a reasonable conversation. She's not going to have a reasonable back and forth. She's not going to address anything. She just wants to throw pot shots and then claim victim. Hold on, what did this description say? She will take things to the extreme until she is legally stopped, and then will choose to play the victim card and then blame what she does on everyone else. That thing. Because we saw what she did as soon as she got a cease and desist. Right? You know, like an adult. Very mature. What were we talking about?
Me,
what was she on about?
That needs to change.
Oh, evil's prevailing,
right? I
right?
about when Cece Suarez did.
It's not me that needs to change. So you learned nothing from karma then. You did shit, karma happened, you believed in karma, and then only applied it because you want bad things to happen to other people. The only reason you started believing it is because you want bad things to happen to other people. You have no reflection on bad things were happening to you because you got karma. You're not the one that needs to change. I still need to watch this Cece Suarez thing. I guess there was, like, a whole spiel about it. Somebody commented about it, and I said I was going to look into it, and I haven't done that yet.
Video and made mention of, I need to move on from covering Katie Joy. And a lot of other people have the same sentiment. YouTube is not my job. And when I did start my YouTube channel, and I came across Katie Joy, and then realized on my own that there's something not right, and after doing research found out exactly who she truly is.
What's research, Renelle? You use this word. What is research? What you keep using this word. I don't think it means what you think it means. What do you mean? What describe what research is? What do you do? So when you say you're researching something, what steps are you taking? What actions are you taking to that describe research or that you ascribe to research? Yeah, the video of Katie is definitely not to make her look bad. Yeah, this is what Renelle does. It's petty, it's childish, it's silly. It's silly. Like, why are you pretending you take yourself so seriously? Stop it. It's goofy.
I started doing videos on her to bring awareness because of what she was doing and how she treated people.
Celebrating 7.
And that's why it's so easy to find how bad of a person Katie Joy is and why you said it. You may as well just watch her shit instead of watching your shit. Weird.
Making videos about Katie Joy is not lucrative at all. And to those who insist that I'm profiting off making videos about her, you guys are highly misled. I make these videos.
Those are all positive numbers that show positive increase in amount of money. That is, by definition, profit. And you can profit in ways that are not monetary, by the way. There's other ways to profit. I made the company videos. I made some money off of that. Was it a lot? No, but it's still profit. I had a good time, made some friends along the way, and sometimes the friends you make along the way are what's worth it. So, I profited by making friends. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... Because you cannot get direct money, but you can get engagement, or if we're so needy for attention, then the attention is the profit, right? So, like, the concepts seem like they're a little bit too much for her, I guess.
You guys are highly misled. I make these videos in my spare time, and sometimes in between my busy life, and it helps.
Then why are you...
The word gets out. When Katie Joy decided to insert herself in this situation that I'm facing, because she needed the attention, she felt that she could fool people in thinking that she is this good person. Well, unfortunately, that backfired on her. And once again, her and her husband...
You mean like it's about to backfire on you sympathizing with Nazis? You're trying to show that you're a good person, but you're sympathizing with Nazis? Like that?
Even used their son to get people to talk about her and make videos about her. This was...
You mean like you bring up your parents, or you bring up your kid, or you bring up your childhood trauma like that? Like that? Bringing that, like that? No? Bringing up your husband's cancer that he was cleared of, like he was cleared of? Like that? Doing stuff like that? You do know that when you do the things that you say that Katie is a vile person for doing, it makes you a vile person, right? By your logic? By your definitions?
I'm being very nitpicky, I know. It proved to me that Katie Joy does not fit her stories. Get the facts right. She just runs with what she was sent. That is wrong and dangerous. She also went after a dear friend of mine and tried to take her livelihood away from her by reporting false information, and that she used her nursing license to get information about another person, which is absolutely false.
Hey, it's me. Why am I here? Side note. What Katie did was Katie asked and said, well, I don't know, actually, I don't know if it was a question. She might have been more direct than that. She might have said that down the rabbit hole. She's talking about down the rabbit hole. Down the rabbit hole used her nursing license to get information inappropriately. Like, she abused her nursing license. And that was a conclusion that Katie drew off of inferring on what Rabbit had said that she did. So Rabbit claimed to have gotten a piece of information that people think would be a HIPAA violation, for her to have gotten that. So Katie took that information and then extrapolated from it. This is all public information, by the way. This was not privately shared around. It was a public statement that Rabbit made, that Rabbit obtained this information, and publicly people were saying the only way you could, that would be a HIPAA violation if she was able to obtain this information in the way that she described she got it. Katie took that and extrapolated to say that she used her license to do it. Does Katie know that? I doubt it. I don't think so. I don't think Katie knows that. I don't think Katie has that information. Because I think if Katie had that information, it wouldn't have been a throwaway line. It probably would have been a little bit more meaty than what she... Because she just said it. She didn't actually oh, I contacted this and got this and that and this and that and blah, 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 right? Like that. She didn't do that. It was just a very throwaway line. So that's how that happened, for anybody who's curious. I think I talked about it before. It might have been in the Discord, though. But regardless, it was an extrapolation based on something that Rabbit Hole said that they did publicly. So let's keep going. It wasn't reporting? Maybe. But it's odd to me that it's bad for Katie to make the extrapolation and one-to-one here, but it's okay for, it's not okay for Katie to do it, but it's okay for Renelle to do it, right?
License to get information about another person, which is absolutely false. And so she just took that information.
How do you know? Wait, how do you know it's absolutely false? Because the inference that Katie made, or the extrapolation, I guess, that Katie made, was that the only way Rabbit could have gotten the information that Rabbit said she got would have been utilizing her license. I don't agree with Katie, by the way. To be clear, I don't think that that's true. I don't think that's accurate. I can see how she came to that conclusion, but I don't agree with the conclusion. But how do you know that it's absolutely not true? Do you have access to the emails? Do you have access to something that would demonstrate that is absolutely not true? Because we do know that it's true, well, at least if we take Rabbit's word for it, right? If we assume that down the rabbit hole, her Renelle's very good friend, if we assume that Renelle's very good friend is not lying, right? Then that means that we have to take Rabbit's word for it that she got in contact with someone's healthcare provider to confirm that that person was, in fact, a recipient of that healthcare provider. Like they were a client, like they were part of that. And so that is what people were saying was the HIPAA violation. Like you can't just call up a hospital and say, "Hey, is so and so here?" They're not allowed to give you that information. If you call a therapist office, they're not allowed to confirm one way or another whether or not someone is receiving care there, right? That's not allowed. That's a HIPAA violation because it's giving out people's private medical information, right? And so if we assume that that's true, like what Rabbit is saying is true, then how did she skirt around? How did she convince these people that are independent from the entire situation? How did Rabbit convince these people to violate HIPAA? So Katie's conclusion is that she used her license and was just like, "Hey, I'm a nurse and I need this information for something." Right? Do I agree? Do I think that that's what Rabbit did? I don't think so. Probably not. Do I know what happened? No. But the problem we're facing here is that... I'm just going to make that adjustment real quick. Sorry, don't mind me. That was bothering me that it wasn't lined up. But Renelle is telling us that she has information that 100% isn't what happened. Okay, Renelle, explain. How did Rabbit Hole get the information she claimed that she got in the way that she got it without violating HIPAA? Or without convincing other people to violate HIPAA? Or is Renelle claiming that Rabbit Hole was lying? Is she saying her very good friend was full of shit and didn't actually have this information? Because that is not the information that Rabbit ever sent me. So, I don't know. So, debunk it, Renelle. You know for a fact that this didn't take place. Tell Elmo. What are you doing? Oh my god. Why? Why are you like this?
Person, which is absolutely false.
But she got but again, sorry, I just want to go over. Rabbit got information about another person, but that's Rabbit used her medical license. To be clear about what Renelle is saying. Renelle is saying that Katie is claiming, or reporting, that Rabbit used her medical license to get medical information about another person, and that is absolutely false. The information that we do have is that Rabbit claims that she got information about another person, which would be a HIPAA violation. So, she's saying it is absolutely false that Rabbit used her license to get the information. Then how did she get it? You're saying it's absolutely false, which means you have to know the answer. Al says in the chat, as far as I know, you can freely share medical info if the person whose info tells you that you can. Sure. Yeah, you can approve an individual to get that information, yes. But as far as we know, that's not what happened. As far as we know, what happened was Rabbit was sent an email that had a written letter from a healthcare provider saying, yes, this person is this, no, this person is not that, please stop. Right? And Rabbit claims that they contacted the letterhead, which would have been the medical office, to verify whether or not the individual that she was speaking to was a client of that facility. And that she confirmed that that person was a client of that facility. And you can't just call up a place and say, hey, does so-and-so go here? You can't, they can't answer that question. They'll say, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to give out details for our client. Or details on our clientele. I cannot confirm nor deny that any individual goes here. So how did Rabbit get the information? How did Rabbit confirm that? Katie's saying that she used her medical license, which is an extrapolation. It's an inference. Yeah, Whiting Lamb makes a good point. My best friend and I have the same therapist, but he cannot acknowledge that we are both his patients to either of us, which is quite funny. That is funny. You're not allowed. You can't share that information. So how did Rabbit get the information? Renelle is claiming to know how she got the information, so put it to bed. How did she get it? You're not going to tell us how she got it.
And so she just took that information that she was sent by Cheshire and ran with it.
Me?
I sat back and I watched how Cheshire asked this person for evidence in regard.
Me? What? What? What did I have to do with that? Man, people really should stop falsely reporting information that they don't have and they don't know. Renelle. I'm the source. Guys, Katie Joy can't fucking read the public things that are happening like Renelle can read the public things that are happening. So obviously Katie has to get the information privately somehow, and it must be me. It's awfully convenient, right? It's awfully convenient that there is just a conspiracy against you, Renelle. It's awfully convenient that the people that criticize you all just happen to be conspiring to just make your life more difficult. It's really convenient that anybody that disagrees you just happens to, you know, weird. Ugh. You know why that picture is what it is? What that's from? That's from me saying I'm not drunk enough for these people. Like, this is insane. I can't. Like, that's what I that and now it's empty. It's been empty and it's sad. Oh boy. It was me, Batman. Ugh. Mania said, when did you or I ever contact or speak with Katie Joy? I think I made a comment in Katie Joy's live chat one time in 2019, maybe 2018, around that time. And she promptly blocked me. Which, fair. I totally get why she would block me. That's I have no skin off of my back. I think that was fair and probably the best. I think that was probably a right move on her part. I'm a bit of a stinker. I'm very scary. I don't like. I have no bad blood for that. I just think it's funny. Speaking of bitching about, speaking about people that like bitch about and lie on people from behind a block, Renelle. Eh. How do you know this? First off, how do you know how Rabbit got the information? And tell Elmo if you're gonna make claims about it was this or was that. Tell Elmo. Secondly, how do you know I contacted Katie Joy at all? Or is that an extrapolation off of an inference? The same way Katie extrapolated off of an inference about a public thing. I need you to explain to me how you are reporting and making this claim that I contacted Katie Joy without you doing the exact thing that you were complaining and saying is vile and wrong for Katie to have been doing when she made her claim about Rabbit. Fusroba. And the answer is you can't. You can't. Even if we are in contact, you can't, because you don't have that information. Thank you for the stretch. We'll play a little bit more of this and then we'll take a break. But do you guys think that? Right? Like, please somebody tell me I'm not taking crazy pills here. Katie made an inference and an extrapolation off of a public thing, right? Off of public statements made by Rabbit, right? And now, and Katie's wrong for doing so, right? I tend to agree that I maybe, if I rewatch, I would probably have to rewatch it, but from what I recall, I don't think Katie phrased that well. I don't think she can come to that conclusion. I think she could say it's an option. She's like, this is a way that she could have got that information, which would be would be problematic, and here's why. I think that would have been fun. I think making it as a statement is going a little bit too far, but hey, that's not the way I do my content. Whatever. It's a little bit less of an issue in this scenario. I'm not here to criticize that. I'd have to watch that and show that to criticize that. So we're not talking about that right now. Katie made an extrapolation off of an inference off of a public scenario. And then just made a statement. Right? And so how is Renelle coming to the conclusion to make the statement that I sent this information to Katie Joy? Is it by extrapolating off of an inference based on a public thing? Is that what it is? I'm the bad guy, it's me. Hello, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me. Yeah, people don't dishonest assholes who like to present themselves as the nice guy really don't like it when somebody actually pays attention to what they say and points it out.
God to what she was claiming. And when
hold on.
And ran with it. I sat back and I watched how Chesh asked this person for evidence in regard to what she was claiming.
Rabbit.
And when the evidence was sent to Chesh, she took it and she spun it to fit her narrative.
If you want to say that I did that, you need to show it. If you want to say that somebody's lying, you actually have to show what they've said. Where did I do that? I told you guys exactly what she sent me. And I shared as much of it as I could without breaking any rules. I even, acquiesced to Rabbit's request to not show portions of the email. Huh? Look at me out here being a nice guy. The problem wasn't that I didn't have to spin anything. The problem wasn't that what Rabbit sent me went against my narrative. The problem is what Rabbit sent me went against what Rabbit was saying happened. And I showed that in my video. Did you watch the video, Renelle? You said you sat back and watched it. Or you watched a different video. Are you getting confused? Because the video where I questioned Rabbit was Manya, because I was away that day. I was in the side chat. So, you could have shown that on screen. You could have showed the side chat. You could have showed what was asked. I even condensed it in my video that you're talking about, so you could take the condensed version because I showed it, and then you could just showed what I said, and then you could tell Elmo how and what was twisted. But you don't do that. It's trust me, bro. You just make these broad claims and statements and accusations. How is anybody supposed to research this, by the way? Remember we did that pin out here? How do you do your own research? Where did this happen? You said you sat back and watched it. Where are people gonna... How are people gonna go do their own research? You didn't show anything. They can't come to their own... Bonk! They can't come to their own conclusion because you're not giving them anything. You're just telling a story. You're just providing a narrative. You're not actually presenting anything. And so people can't come to their own conclusions, and they can't do their own research based on your presentation. Yeah, Rabbit didn't send what I asked. Correct. Rabbit never sent the information that I actually asked for. She sent me something different that contained more bullshit. Which is exactly what I presented. And I feel like I should have clipped that video into 2 parts. I feel like I should have split that in half. I think that would have been a better idea. Ah, well. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
which
You live, you
caused
learn.
so much unnecessary problems for this dear friend of mine, which also benefited Katie Joy because now
Yeah, it really sucks when liars get called out for lying and they're shown. It's really, yeah, it's caused so much stress. It must have caused so much stress to show up unprompted, lie, unprompted, send a bunch of emails unprompted because they weren't the emails that I asked for, and then get shown to be a fucking liar. And how much undue stress. So many unnecessary problems. Yeah, What was that you were saying? That you believed in karma earlier? If you believe in karma, does that not mean that the bad things, all the unnecessary problems that were happening to Rabbit are karmatic? It's karma. So if Rabbit's going through something, it's because she fucking deserved it, according to you? No? Maybe? Your karma seems to be very picky and choosy.
for this dear friend of mine, which also benefited Katie.
Your karma seems to be very picky and choosy to you just wanting bad things to happen to people you don't like. And the reason you don't like these people is because you're a petty, immature bitch who can't handle criticism on the internet.
Joy, because now this person has stopped reporting or calling out Katie Joy. So
I don't
Katie
care if
Joy
you call
has
out Katie
succeeded
Joy.
there.
Nobody cares.
And then when I get to where I am today, I was so ready to throw in the towel because all that I have been through these past few weeks seemed like it was not worth it. I'm having to keep my kids safe so they have peace of mind, to sending my
You just said that YouTube wasn't your job and you don't care about it and it doesn't make you any money. And yet you're here being like, oh, maybe it's not worth it. I have to keep my kids safe. My kids' safety is important. And yet here you fucking are, trying to start shit, complaining that people aren't making videos about you. You guys hearing the sirens of Silent Hill? Is that just me? Is the fog rolling in? I think she needs to get off the computer. If you have something that you don't care about, that's just a hobby that you do on the side, and that hobby is putting your family in danger, and it's a hobby you don't really care about, you would think that if that hobby is putting your family in danger, you would stop doing that hobby. I've been here for 3 minutes and I already want a nap. Right? Stop making videos about me. Why aren't you making videos about me?
It's not worth it. I'm having to keep my kids safe so they have peace of mind, to sending my parents overseas to keep them from witnessing all this BS that I was facing.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if it's on the internet, it's international. Your parents you sending your parents overseas because of this, which I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that this is the reason why you're sending your parents overseas. I don't buy that. I sense some bullshit. But if even if that were the case, that's not going to prevent them from seeing what's happening online. The thing that would stop them from seeing what's happening online is, did you send them somewhere where there's no internet? Do your parents spend a lot of time online? I thought you said that nobody was fucking making any fucking things about you. Or is the bullshit that you're facing something else? Is that the lawsuit you're not supposed to be talking about, that you said at the beginning you're not supposed to be talking about? Is it that? Is it that thing? Because of your hobby that you don't care about? That's not your full-time job? This is just something that you do for fun? Except that it's very important because you need to make people aware of, ooh, spooky Katie Joy. That you also admit in the bottom here that you're not really going to understand until it happens to you personally. Gotta flee the continent from Chesh's spooky ass. Ooh. Yeah! I'm Forrest Scurry. What did it say at the bottom here again? She will take things to the extreme. I mean, I think that if people were made a video about me that was like, that I viewed as harassing me, right? Like, oh, you lied about me and harassed me and spun what I said, and somebody made a video about me. And then they stopped making videos about me. I think that it would be extreme of me to go to my mom and say, you need to go to Italy. You don't think that's a bit extreme? No. Hide your wife, hide your kids. Ain't nobody got time for that. I felt significantly less safe when I knew Chesh was in the United States. Tracks. Look the fuck out. Follow the yellow brick road. Until she is legally stopped, and then will choose to play the victim and blame what she does on everyone else. Italy has internet. Ah, shit. Damn.
Until yesterday, I watched a video of Tati, and she was giving her life.
Tati? Oh, we're getting to this part of the video. I think we're probably gonna stop there, because I don't think there's a whole lot more of this.
Life update. And I just felt this feeling of, oh hell no, I'm not gonna stop. I felt Tati's pain and many others.
Such an empath.
Joy goes after and spreads false information about, or just reports shit so she can be the one that broke the story. It also came back to me how I was watching live, and somebody that I truly looked up to and I admired and watched his videos for years, and he made mention of Renelle in some drama, and I immediately felt so embarrassed because it sounded like I was this problematic person.
You are, and you should be embarrassed. That should have been a wake-up call, not a call to double the fuck down. You are in trouble. You are problematic. Patterns of problematic behavior. You're doing an extreme thing. And then you're playing victim and then blaming everyone else. This video is embarrassing. The first thing you did in this video after your shit-ass disclaimer was support Nazis. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You should feel embarrassed. But you know what you do when you feel embarrassed? You learn to not do the thing that you did that was embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed if I were you. You do the thing that Katie Joy does. We just went over this with the rabbit thing. And then you claiming I got the information, or I gave the information to Katie. Empathizing with the Nazis. Right? Nazi sympathizing. Enabling Nazis. That's embarrassing. You should stop doing that. That's problematic. You should stop doing that. Now, if you wanted to make a video and say that, like, go through my video and say, I don't believe these people are Nazis, and I thought what Chesh said was extreme, and here's why, that would have been a thing. That would have been legit. You could have definitely done that. Would it have been believable? Would people have bought into it? Maybe, maybe not. But that might be a little bit... What did Manya say? That you were incompetent? That you are not on the level to have this conversation or enter that level of discourse? Yeah, I think that's accurate. Cease.
I know I'm not. And like I said, after listening to Tati's videos, I realized I'm not going to stop doing what I'm...
Isn't that a thing? Isn't that a thing when you get confronted, you're like, oh my god, am I the problem? No, I know I'm not the problem. I'm going to double down. Isn't there like a psychological term for that? Where it's just, where you just have this realization and just reject it completely. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a word for that, but I can't think of what it is right now. If you guys know what it is, let me know.
I'm not spreading false information about Katie Joy. Yet Katie Joy wants people like me to stop exposing her shitty ways, and she seems to have gotten it right with so many thus far. If you pay attention, there's not many left because I feel her intimidation has worked. Now back to Tati's video.
Why does National Mattress Outlet have the best...
I have a reason for keeping going before taking a bit of a break. I promise I have a reason. Cognitive dissonance. Yeah, that is direct. Yes. All 4 of you. That cognitive dissonance. Yes, that is what she just described. In a microcosm. That is a perfect. Oh, brother.
A little backstory. A few years back, Katie Joy broke the story about how Tati's business partner was suing her. And the way Katie Joy got this information...
Yeah, she makes some kind of comparison, blah, 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 about how, in the analogy that she puts out, she's Tati Westbrook. She basically projects herself... You know what? I'm just watch it.
Was directly from Tati's business partner, and he gave Katie the heads up when the lawsuit was going to be filed. And then Katie Joy, as per usual, takes things too far. Prior to Katie Joy reporting on this, she was working for Petio. She received 4 cease and desist from Tati, and Katie Joy made fun of them. And then when all this lawsuit went down with Tati's business partner, Tati and her husband ended up suing Katie Joy for defamation. Katie Joy doxed Tati, reported that Tati's husband took his mum off life support to get the inheritance, and things started going downhill from there. She once again, as per usual, could not handle the negative attention she was getting from other creators reporting on her lawsuit with Tati. She tried playing the victim card. She went onto a YouTube channel crying how she is being targeted and all these creators are talking about this, and that she is watching her channel fail because she works so hard, and that all the money that she is using for attorneys is supposed to be going for her son, saved for her son. She then settled with Tati because, in my opinion, she couldn't handle the heat in the kitchen, so she started singing like a canary and gave up the source, Clark Swanson. One time did Katie...
So that's her. That's her in this situation. That's Renelle took things, it's on YouTube, took things too far, got a cease and desist, and is now crying about money that was supposed to be used for her family has to be spent on this lawsuit. That's her. She's doing the thing. This is straight. But instead of realizing the one-to-one parallels, right? She is actually pushing forward that she's the Tati in this scenario. Watch. I'm gonna keep going. That was not Puck. That was in Renelle's background. So guys, gonna... Is that a Chesh laugh or a Puck? Ha!
Joy take into account the hurt, pain, and misery she contributed to these people by spreading the false information. After the settlement, she came forward and gave the sob story about how they worked things out and that there's no ill feelings between her and the Westbrooks. I call bullshit on that, because as you will see from these clips from Tati's video yesterday, she mentions that her business partner, Clark Swanson, could have filed a sealed lawsuit, but he chose to go public.
He's the one who decided to make this public by filing publicly. Your dirty laundry. If you want to keep this out of the public's eye and judgment, you out.
So I'm going to pause right here because I don't want to get into the Tati lawsuit stuff. You put your cease and desist forward, Renelle. This is Tati. It's Tati Westbrook. It's a beauty influencer. Quite popular one. It's interesting that Renelle seems completely capable of taking clips and mixing audio to some degree. We know she can show things on screen. We know she can play videos. So why is it that you chose to show this, but not show any of the other stuff you were talking about? Is it because you're dishonest? Is that why? Maybe? Anyway, I'll stop here. That's enough of this. That's enough of this. I got no more. We don't need to watch the rest of the video. We made it like just under 10 minutes. I think that's... If you guys want, here's the video. You can check it out. You'll also notice that she didn't even link Tottie's video. She didn't even bother linking that either. Fucking brother. That is funny, Al. There's a link if you want to watch the rest of it yourselves. I don't think there's really much else in here besides her projecting herself onto Toddy and just like... And that was like her defense mechanism for the cognitive dissonance she was just experiencing. I don't know. It's quite the scenario, especially since she's still trying to present herself in this light when there's still legal things going on. And she wants to defend the people that are trying to come after me for being a witness, who are Nazis, coincidentally. Rules for thee, but not for me, right? My hours and hours going after random people and petty grievances is for my child. Oh, brother. I don't know what to tell you. I got no words. But I think that's enough of that. Like I said, I told you we were only going to go through like maybe 10 minutes of the video. And that I was going to be petty. Was I petty? I was a little bit petty. I think I was like very nitpicky. So we definitely took our time going through this. I definitely could have done this in like 5 minutes. But I didn't wanna. She wanted responses. She said was complaining that people weren't paying attention to her. So I was like, here's 2 hours of me fine-tooth combing 10 minutes of your video. Which I could have just written off based on your disclaimer, because you really need to get a better disclaimer. I'm so petty. She's not petty at all, guys. She didn't do anything petty. She didn't use, like, shitty screenshots or screen grabs. That's not petty at all. No. She's very mature. She's very mature for her age.